You are now watching Face to Face, live from the CSL studio. Your host, Nesta Cann.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Face to Face. Yours truly, Nesta Cann. And today we have a special guest in the studio who goes by the name of Amanda Camille.
Woohoo!
How are you doing?
I'm doing great on this rainy day. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So finally, you made it.
I made it. Yay. Here I am, Brooklyn. What's good, Brooklyn?
So what's new? What have you been up to?
Just continuing the grind and auditioning and working, just trying to stay afloat in this busy industry.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what got you into acting?
Well, okay, what got me into pursuing a career in this crazy industry of singing and acting is I grew up watching Disney.
Right.
My father worked in retail, and every time a new Disney movie would come out, he'd bring it home, and my sister and I would just sit there with our eyes glued. And once I, got old enough to realize what's going on and be able to memorize, which was very easy for me at a young age, memorizing and singing along with everything, I was like, okay, I'm the princess, and my sister, you could be like the man, you could be like, you could be Chip in Beauty and the Beast, but I'm Belle. I'm like all the main characters. So we just started acting it out when we were younger. And then, you're in school and you do chorus and stuff like that, and you get solos, but nobody takes you seriously because it's like, oh, it's school, it's cute, right? So one day my sister, my mom, and I were sitting on my bed, and we're listening to the radio, and they're talking. My sister's 5 years older than me, so a lot of the times it's like them talking and me just being in the background because, you're not supposed to be in grown folks' business. So Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You was on the radio. And they're talking, and I'm just singing along, and, she hits the high note at the end.
Right.
And I did it, and they looked at me. They were like, what? And they turned the radio off. They were like, do it again. And I did it again. They were like, oh, snap. So my mom started taking me seriously and then put me in voice lessons. And then that's, all she wrote from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at what age was this?
I started taking voice lessons seriously probably like 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah. And then all throughout high school I was singing and doing different musical groups, and then I started doing competitions and singing at Carnegie Hall, and then it was, auditioning for colleges, and then in college I was traveling. We went to London and England and did a show out there, and then it was, smooth sailing. Not really smooth, I'm lying, but we were sailing.
Now, you were on the show Undercover Boss, right?
Yes, I was on Undercover Boss.
So tell us about that, and how did you get the gig, and how did it all,
That was crazy. So I was looking on Backstage, which is, a platform where you can look for auditions and stuff like that.
Right.
So I was just, submitting myself to as many things as I can, and I came across something that said they were looking for people for a documentary about singers trying to make it to Broadway. So I was like, cool, let me submit for this. And they asked for a bio about your story and what are you doing now, while trying to get there. Like, what's your struggle story or what's your grind and stuff like that. So I teach privately music to kids, voice and piano lessons. And then I also do singing telegrams on the side.
Yeah.
So that's like dressing up as Beyonce or in a chicken suit and going to somebody's home or business and singing for them. Like if you have a girlfriend, right, and it's Valentine's Day, and you want to send her a heart telegram singing, I will always love you. I will go to your girlfriend's job and say, hey, Joanne, I have a message, and he loves you, and happy Valentine's Day, and sing and do all that stuff, right?
Oh, yeah?
So I just, gave my bio and told them that's what I was doing, along with some videos and stuff like that. And I had a phone call with, like, a casting director. It's like a little over-the-phone interview. So I was like, okay, cool, this is cool. So it was, like, a long process. It was a couple of months of me just sending in videos and, them like, oh, we need you to sing 5 Disney songs and send it tonight.
Hold on.
I gotta be closer.
Yeah, he says, yeah.
Okay.
He says you have to speak into the mic. Here we go.
Okay, so yeah, it was like, send these 5 Disney songs and send them by 11 p.m. tonight. And they would tell me at like 6.
Right.
And I'm just getting off work. And it's like, oh, snap, I gotta rush home. and learn these songs. You know, I knew them, but you know, when you want to send a video and you want to be a little bit more confident in them, so I was like, wow, I got to do all this by 11. What's going on? This is crazy. But did it, and it was like, you know, ongoing for a while. And then they sent a casting director from LA to Long Island to like come meet me and my family. And I was doing Dreamgirls at that time, so they came and to the theater out in Long Island, and they were just, you know, following me around.
That's perfect timing.
Yeah.
While they're coming to meet you, they see you're
perfect.
actually busy.
Yeah, exactly. And the day the casting director came, I actually had a telegram to do. So he came with me on the job. So it was like, I'm not BSing. This is my real life.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
And he was like, this is crazy. And I'm like, yeah, it is. He's like, you don't even know these people. You could walk into a situation and sometimes they don't want to be surprised. You know, it's awkward sometimes. People don't want to be sang to at their job. They're like, whoa, I'm shy. Get out of my face. But you still got to do the job, right? So he was like, wow, this is really crazy. I can't believe you do this by yourself, like as a female, and you out here driving and you don't know who you're going to meet or anything. It's like, yeah, but, you know, you got to take that chance. Isn't that what this whole career is about? Like taking the chance, right?
Right.
Leap of faith. So did that. And they came. They saw Dreamgirls behind the stage. Okay, cool. Then it was like 2 days before I actually found out. They sent me a call, and I was like, they were like, we're flying you to L.A., and we're going to, you know, do this documentary show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. So Halloween last year, I flew into California, LAX, and they picked me up. Still don't know who these people are, right? But I'm just going off of phone calls and emails by myself. And it was like I kept in touch with my family and let them know this is what I'm doing. This is, you know, where I'm staying and everything. And they were like, okay, so we're going to put together a telegram for you, right? And we want you to teach this older woman who wants to break into the business and try to pursue her dreams as a singer and get to Broadway. You're going to show her how to do singing telegrams so that way she can make money and be performing while she's auditioning.
Right.
Oh, okay, cool. So I meet this woman named Helen. I don't know who Helen is, right?
Right.
They tell me she's some woman from like Wyoming or something like that. And she's, you know, teach her how to do it. Okay, put her in a chicken suit. I teach her how to do it. And she's really shy, but it was like really, it was just like we had a really good relationship. Like I felt like we were one and the same, you know, just somebody that's just trying really hard to pursue their dreams.
Right.
So I had a day off, and then the next day, the last day of filming, they were like, Helen's going to perform for you. So we're going to bring you to a theater. She's going to perform for you. I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. Cool, right?
Right.
Still don't know what's going on. Like, I can't talk to nobody. They say, like, go in, admire the space, sit down, but you can't say anything to anybody. Okay, cool. So now I'm sitting there waiting, and she comes out. They didn't show this on the TV show. They edited it out, which was so weird because I thought it was so perfect.
Right.
She came out, and she was so shy, and then she left, right? So we all started clapping for her, and then she came back and killed it, like killed the whole song. I was like, oh, my God. And she's singing Defying Gravity from Wicked.
Right.
But I didn't put two and two together. I'm just like, oh, my God, she's singing this really great song, and it's, you know, the message is so relevant to what we're going through, you know, just like pursue and keep going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm over here crying in the front row because Helen blew me away. I was like, she was so shy when I met her.
Yeah.
And here she is, like, tearing this song up, you know? And I can't say anything, so it was all these emotions, like, balled up. So I just was, like, crying. So when she's done singing, she's like, my real name's not Helen Gold. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I think I saw that part.
Yeah.
And
what?
She took off the...
Took off the prosthetic face and everything. And I'm just like... what is going on? Like, what do you mean your name is not, you're Idina Menzel? Like, what?
Yeah.
This is crazy. So, and then it's like, then we break, right? They broke us. I went to lunch, and, like, they assigned you a driver for the day.
Yeah.
So he was like, where do you want to go? And I was like, I'm in L.A. I'm going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
You made sure you took advantage of that.
I was like, I'm going.
Right.
I am going. And it was, like, so perfect. We got there. There was, like, a Bentley parked outside. I was like,
wow.
Take pictures of me. Like, you know, we over here. And they were like, I guess they told him to keep me busy because there was 3 of us that she surprised, right? So I guess they were doing the 3 separate interviews. Yeah. So he was like, well, after we were done at Roscoe's, he's like, what else do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. And he took me up and down Hollywood Boulevard. We went to, like, Paramount Studios and everything. It was so awesome.
Did a thing with the stars.
Yeah, the Walk of Fame and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they took me back to the studio nights when I sat down and actually, like, met Idina. And that's when she's telling me, like, all this stuff she's going to help me with and, you know, be my mentor and just, like, be that person that's really going to help me and propel, you know, me and my career forward. And it was just, like, a crazy experience because like you work so hard, and then it's like for somebody who has already reached that level to actually see something in you is really it's really inspiring. And it was like, I think for the first time in my life, I was like, oh, okay, this is like what I'm supposed to do, because why else would I be in this situation, you know?
I think I saw that. Do you still keep in contact with her?
Yeah, she was just performing in Madison Square Garden last week before Thanksgiving, which was like a dream of hers to always be in Madison Square Garden. Right. And she got me tickets, and we went, you know, and went backstage. And it's like whenever she's in New York, we talk. You know, if I have something going on, if I have any questions, we talk. She's always there for me, so it's good. Really great.
Because, you know, some people say keep in contact, but then it's hard to keep up with them because they're so busy. Mm-hmm. But it's good that she's still, you know, keep in contact and look out for you. She's came through on so many different things. She's got me the cruise line job that I did. Yeah. She got me the audition with Mr. Telsey, who's a really big casting agency in New York City, and I've been in his office about 3 times now for, like, Hamilton and a lot of other auditions. So I'm just like, okay, God, let's go, because you put this in our path, so... Broadway. How many plays have you done so far?
I've done a lot of plays. A lot of musicals. Can't count anymore, but a lot.
And any films? How many?
No films.
No films?
No
Mostly
films.
Plays?
Yeah.
Would you like to get into to doing movies?
I would. You know, I never really thought about TV or film until the TV show, but I'm like, oh, I could do this. This is cool. So, yeah, totally open to branching out. I really would love to do, like, some voiceover work for Disney because... That's where it all started, you know. I want to be a Disney princess too, so that's fun. Yeah. Are
you represented by like SAG or anything like that?
Not yet. I'm SAG eligible though because of this TV show, so that's good. So,
okay. How does that work? Do you have to in order to be eligible, you have to?
There's so many different ways I think to get into it.
Someone said you have to have a certain amount of
points. Sometimes you can do certain projects like like, you know, background work and stuff to get like eligible points to qualify, or you could do like a certain show like I did and then try to go through the process. Yeah.
So have you ever performed next to any other big time celebrities?
I have. When I was in high school, I did Clay Aiken, which is corny, but whatever. I'm gonna mark it on my thing. Yeah. I've toured, you know, Italy alongside some really great opera singers, because that's my background. I'm classically trained. Oh, really? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there was just a lot more jobs in musical theater, so that's why I started doing that more. I was in Holland with a classical violinist by the name of Andre Rieu, and he has like a huge band, and I was with the Harlem Gospel Choir at the time, and we went over there and did his homecoming concert with him for like about like a month or something like that in Holland. Who else? I've opened up for Gloria Gaynor and Sister Sledge and Who's Bad, which is a Michael Jackson tribute band, which is awesome. There's like a lot of different things that I've been, you know, in and out and doing.
Yeah, I can see you do a lot of musicals and those kind of stuff.
Yeah. Ragtime, Dreamgirls, Bring It On, like all this stuff I've been doing.
How did you get the job with Dreamgirl? How did that go?
Just auditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Auditioning, the whole process, and you know, you gotta get callbacks and learn this part and sing this part and pray you get the part, and then you do, and it's like, yay, woo.
Yeah. Is it like you're always on the go?
Always on the move. I'm always on the move. Like after this, I'm going to Manhattan and 72nd Street to audition, and they're doing like a girl band, tribute band or something that I'm auditioning for. So
do you get nervous anymore? Because one time I tried acting at one point, but I just always used to get...
what do you mean at one point?
At one point, I tried it out. I did it. Yeah, I used to go to... I don't know if it's still open, like HP Studios, Actors Connections. I used to go to those spots. Okay. But I would get nervous when I had to do like, you know, improvs and stuff like that. You know, it just words would look weird to me because I'm just so nervous when I had to read, you know.
Right, what's going on and everything. So. I still get very nervous.
You do?
Yes. Like to the point where like my legs are shaking and I'm like, can anybody see this? Because I feel it. Like, can you see it? But then once you're on that stage, you can't turn back, you know? And then you turn into somebody completely different. What I do anyway. It's like, I picture like everybody that I admire and I'm like, nope, this is who you are. You're going to kill this, you know? You're going to kill this show and you're going to do it. And it always turns out so great. And then it's like, I want to do it again.
See, you have that attitude. That's what you need. Some people, you're able to just turn that on. Some people just Good.
I think it's because, you know, when you love something and you want it so bad, you're willing to just completely make a fool out of yourself to make it happen.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
And you got to do it.
You got to do it, right?
You got to do it.
How do you get yourself prepared for, like, things like that?
I practice. I sing a lot. You know, I sing in the shower. I don't care. I'm that person. Like,
yeah. Cause they got some people before they pray, they meditate. Some people smoke. They blow some weed. You know.
Everybody has their own ritual.
Everyone has their own. You know. So
I mean, to each his own. Everything works. You know, whatever you have to do to calm yourself. I do pray. A lot of the times when we have shows, it's like a family. You know, and everybody has. They have your back, you know, everybody supports each other. So a lot of times we'll get together and find a corner and circle up, you know, and pray. Yeah. And then we turn up, right? Then it's like it's showtime. Like music starts, it's time to go. Right. There was one time I was in Switzerland. I did a circus in Switzerland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I found it off Craigslist. Everybody thinks I'm so crazy because it's like, yo, you what? Like Craigslist? And you like met with people you don't even know. I went down to Florida for a month for rehearsals. Right. And, you know, the guy picks me up in his van and I'm like on the phone with my mom.
Wow, yeah. Make sure.
Like, because you never know. It's like, but you got, like, how else are you supposed to know?
Right.
You have to take a chance, right? And it took me all the way to Switzerland. So thank God I took that chance. Yeah. So it was like the first time I did like a real professional show for like 3 months straight, right? Right. And I'm, you know, backstage doing my makeup, and I met a friend. Her name is Lakita, and she's actually a working actress in Atlanta right now. Okay. And she showed me how to put eyelashes on. So I'm putting eyelashes on for the first time, and, you know, we're doing it during rehearsals, and I think I got it. So I'm like, I don't need your help, girl. I got it, right? No. I glued my eyes shut. Oh, wow. My left eye shut. Okay, and then you hear the music playing, so you have to be ready. You have to be there. So when the curtain opens, I'm the first one in line. Oh wow! Yeah, to like walk out and start singing the song for the opening number, and my eye is glued shut, and I did the whole first number with one eye, just like that. Yep. See. Yep. It might be embarrassing, but it's the experience. I mean, I don't think the audience can really see.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Sometimes there's a lot of things that happen on stage
that they have no idea.
They don't know, or they might think it's a part of this.
Yeah, but there was one point in the opening number when we crossed, and it was like her and I were crossing each other, and she looked at me like, "You good?" Yeah. My eye is tearing. Wow. It was a hot mess, but it's just like everything, you know. You just have to keep going. It's so fun. The process, like I wouldn't have these stories, you know. Right. Exactly. So it's all the experience. Yeah. It's awesome.
Out of all the roles you've played, what was your favorite? Have you ever done anything like in Shakespeare?
No, I've never done any Shakespeare. I would love to do it. I would love to do like Romeo and Juliet, especially because they're doing like, you know, like non-traditional casting. You see like a lot of black Juliets. Right, I would love to do that. It's so dramatic, and I think it'd be so fitting for me. But my favorite role is totally Sarah in Ragtime. Okay. Yeah. That role, I could do it for the rest of my life and be totally happy with it. Oh, yeah? Yeah, yeah. The music, like her character, I feel like it resonates with me in my life so much. Right. And just me as a person, like her character and myself are very, very similar. So, yeah, I could totally do that role for the rest of my life and be very happy. Like, whoever wants to do a tour of Ragtime, holler at me. Yeah. AmandaCamille.com. Thanks.
What has been your greatest accomplishment so far?
Greatest accomplishment?
You have a lot to choose from, too.
I do. You know, and wow.
And it's keep on growing.
Thank you for asking me that, because that really puts it in perspective, because, you know, in this career, you're like, oh, my God, I need to be doing more. And you see friends who are, like, constantly doing stuff, and you're like, dang, I want to do this, too, you know? Right. But to sit back and think of, like, greatest accomplishments and, like, actually have some things to pull from, that's really... It's really awesome.
I guess like I could say it's something that that's tough. I was gonna say something you're most proud of. Yeah. But you can say all of them because, you know.
Yeah, all of them. But I think the biggest thing was the TV show.
The TV show?
Yeah, because it was totally just me and my natural element. Like, it was no, like, hair and makeup. And I kept telling people when I found out what show it was. Right. Like, talking to the people who were backstage, I was like, y'all couldn't tell me to go to MAC today and get my makeup done? Like, you're going to have me on national television natural and stuff like that, you know? But it was, I really appreciated it because it was me in my natural element, just being myself, and it was totally acceptable. Mm-hmm. And they loved me, and for that I'm forever grateful. And also the cruise line that I got from that show was amazing. I've always wanted to book a cruise line job.
Yeah. How does the cruise line job work?
Well, a lot of them are, productions that they do, and they'll get together a cast, and you'll learn the show, and then you perform it a couple times a week, maybe 2 shows a day, depending on the itinerary. But for this one that I did when I got it from Adina, was I had my own show on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines with Atlantis Cruise Events. And I performed a one-woman show for, how long was it, an hour and a half? Maybe an hour and a half show that I put together a week before I was on the ship.
Right.
With my vocal coach, who's amazing. I don't know if you ever seen Making the Band?
Yeah, I've seen Making the Band, of course.
Okay,
yeah.
Ankara. Ankara, he's a vocal coach.
Oh, word? Wow.
That's who I work with. He's awesome. Yeah, he's like my go-to, savior. He is always in my corner, and I told him what was going on. I was like, look, I booked this cruise line. I'm flying to Puerto Rico in a week.
Yeah.
I need to put together a show.
Yeah.
And he got a studio together. We went, and I picked out the 10 best songs I felt like I could really showcase and build a story with from when I started to where I am now. And we went through it, and we went, made some banter and everything, and created a whole show.
Wow.
And the first time I performed it fully out was the first night I opened on Royal Caribbean. And I was in the centrum of the ship. So it was on the 4th floor, where the restaurants and stuff are.
I'm not too familiar with it, but yeah.
You ever been on a cruise ship before?
No, not yet.
Hey, you need to.
I
you
need
to. That's the ultimate vacation.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. You don't want or need anything.
I keep procrastinating every year. So I'm going to cruise.
You need to. Oh my God, they have so many deals. You have to do it. You have to do it. And Jennifer Holliday was our headliner.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted to do stuff from Dreamgirls. I just finished Dreamgirls, but they were like, "No, you can't because the ultimate Dreamgirl is on your boat." Yeah, so she's gonna do it. I was like, you know what? I'm fine with that. That's fine. That's fine. She can handle it. So yeah, I did the whole show just of my story, all the songs that really resonated with me and my growth. And it was, I think I did 4 shows on the cruise. I was there for a week, and I went from Puerto Rico to Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Martin, St. Martinique.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it's here I am in the middle of the ocean in Barbados performing my first solo one-woman show. It was amazing.
It's my island.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, Barbados.
Barbados?
Yeah. Did you have a good time?
The Barbados was the best island we went to.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry, not sorry, but it was. They were just so welcoming. It was awesome. It was no hassle. They love Rihanna.
Of course.
Yeah, so they loved me because they were like, oh, you Rihanna. Oh, thank you. But it was really great. We jet skied, everything. Yeah. Oh my God, I loved it. And that was where I was I was in Barbados the opening night of my first night performing the whole show.
Nice.
And it was great.
What's the longest show you've ever done?
Lengthwise? I would say between 3 and a 3.5 hour show.
Wow. Does it go by fast? Are you aware of the time, or is it?
Not really.
Already?
Not really. Because you're always going, or if you're not, you're changing costumes, or you're helping out with the sets, or you're helping your friend with their costume, or, then you're back on stage. So you can't really tell. And it's oh, snap, it's over? Yeah. The 2-day shows, though, those are the ones you're yeah, because you got to do a whole show and then get your energy back up to do another one,
Yeah.
But it's all worth it. It's so worth it.
So what are some of the difficulties in the business?
The difficulties, I think, are the keeping it consistent, because there's so many people who are working. Yeah. So it's okay, you have an awesome resume, but so does homegirl next to you.
Do they really go by your look or mostly your skill?
Yeah. Sometimes they do typecast you. That's what they call it. Yeah. And it's they can just look and it's well, that's not the look I'm going for. And you never know what they're going for. Right. They're not really that specific, and they don't tell you. You don't really get that much feedback. They're like, oh, thanks. Yeah. You go in there, you're so nervous. You go in there, you sing a couple of bars for them, 16 to 32 bars of music, and they're like, thanks for coming. And then that's it. You're just okay, but can I sign the contract now, or no, you're gonna call me? Should I call you in a week? Or they don't give you any information. Wow. So it's really hit or you just gotta go in and pray for the best, and then hope that somebody sees something in you that they want to work with. And
you did a lot of extra work And before you first started, or no?
No.
Oh, you just got right into it.
I did a lot of performing, a lot of classical stuff. I was in college. I did some operas. And then once I got back from college, from touring from Italy, I was like, all right, let's go into the city and let's audition and do what we can do. A lot of off-Broadway, a lot of small plays, main stage musicals. I'm in the running now for some commercials and documentaries and docuseries, but it's like, I'm working with a really good team. I'm trying to put a good team behind me, with like agents and, some PR people. I'm really trying to reach out to people. So if anybody sees this and wants to work with me.
Look at you.
Right. I always sing stuff. I'm the one in the grocery store. I was like, thank you. And they're just like, okay, like, girl, stop singing. But it's like, I can't help it. I love it.
Real quick before we leave, do you have any advice for anyone who wants to get into the business? Like, they're just trying to start. What advice would you give them?
It's so funny when somebody asks you that, because it's like, I feel like, who am I to give advice? Because I'm still pursuing this,
Mm-hmm.
But I would say to
but,
really...
I mean, someone would, what you've done so far, someone would look at you like if, you've made it. Someone that's new.
That's cool.
Dreamgirls, Undercover Boss.
That's cool. Okay, so, all right. You put it that way. That's really awesome. I would say really just love yourself.
Right.
And believe in yourself. And really try not to get jaded, because you're not always going to hear the answer you want to hear. But if it's something that you really, really love, nobody can take that away from you.
Right.
And go in there and give them the best performance you can. Go in that audition room and don't even care about booking the role or anything. Like, there's always like that last show person that shows up, because it's the last show. You don't care, right?
Right.
You're going to put all of it on the stage, and you're just going to love whatever you do. And I try to embody that in every audition I do. So it's like, this is what I have to offer.
Right.
And, work with me. I want people to want to work with me, because I'm so fun. I really am. I'm a really great time,
right.
And I want to put the best product out there always.
Right.
So I think if they can see that in the audition room, then you really have nothing else to lose.
And you have to be able to take rejection.
Yeah,
because some
totally.
people, they don't get the role. I don't have the look. I don't have the skill. And they don't try it again.
Yeah,
that's happened to me.
Right. And it's really hard. It's hard because you don't know what they're looking for.
Yeah, right.
So it's really hard not to be down on yourself and be like, oh, I'm not what they want, or I'm not good enough. You know, I battle with that all the time.
Yeah.
But you have to have that feeling within you that you are good enough. Right. And if they didn't see that, then oh well, it's their loss. And somebody else will, and it'll be even better.
Right. And of course, before we leave, you have to let people know how they get in contact with you: websites, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff.
Is so crazy.
And let us know what you got coming up.
Okay, so website is amandacamille.com. It's my name, so it's very easy. Put a .com after it, and you'll see everything I'm doing. Instagram is sangcami, so that's SANGCAMI. Same thing for Snapchat. Twitter is hiphopera, because that's what I do.
Wow.
Okay, I grew up on that hip hop, but I'm also that opera girl, low key. Not low key. I'm not low key. And next up, I will be singing the national anthem at the Barclays. Hello, Brooklyn again.
Wow.
Yeah, on December 9th. So check me out there, and I'll put a lot of stuff on my, my Instagram and my website, and keep everybody posted. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of auditions, and the girl's always moving. So just check me out.
See, look at you doing big things.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm about to be out here.
It was a pleasure having you on the show, man.
Thanks so much. Finally.
Yeah, finally.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
All right, that wraps up another episode of Face to Face. Yours truly, Nesta Cann. Take care and God bless.